Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with a wrestling recap for you. I decided to go ahead and cover, I wasn't sure if I would because there's just so much wrestling this weekend, but to hell with it. I decided to cover WWE NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. This is the official takeover going into Wrestlemania. And the big show kicking off the week-long festivities of pro wrestling for the WWE. They had the Hall of Fame on Tuesday night, which inducted people like, the NWO, and I don't know who else. Molly Holly, Eric Bischoff. The first night of TakeOver was on free TV, NXT TV, and they had the same set and some high-profile matches. But, I don't want to do reviews for shows like that, even if it's a big thing. But I will tell you what happened on there. Pete Dunne beat Kushida in a great match. Bronson Reed won a six-man gauntlet match that worked more like an Elimination Chamber without a cage to get a title shot at the North American title on night 2. Walter retained his United Kingdom Championship against Tommaso Ciampa. MSK won a triple threat match against the Grizzled Young Veterans and Legado del Fantasma to win the vacant NXT tag titles. And in the main event, Raquel Gonzalez defeated Io Shirai to become the new NXT Women's Champion. So, surprises and big moments, crownings, and all that kind of stuff. Let's get to the real TakeOver. TakeOver Night 2, the first official show, official live wrestling event to be broadcast exclusively for Peacock Plus. And how fitting that it is an NXT show. After all, NXT Arrival back in February of 2014 was the very first exclusive show for the WWE Network as far as live wrestling goes. Okay, so we kick off with a ladder match to determine the Undisputed Cruiserweight Champion. Jordan Devlin has been champion since January of last year, and Santos Escobar has also been champion officially since May of last year. This complicated things due to COVID, travel bans, and all that kind of nonsense. But basically, they've come to a Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 10 situation. Both belts are going to be held up. We're going to have a ladder match to determine who's the true champion. Both guys are technically heels, but Jordan Devlin's the babyface for the sake of this match. Lots of big, flippy aerobatic shit early on. Eventually, Legado del Fantasma come in and interfere for Devlin. The 3-on-1, he tries to fight off, but it's too much. He gets headbutted off the ladder, smashes through a second ladder propped up in the corner, and Santos Escobar wins to become the undisputed Cruiserweight Champion however, he's still been champion since May. I'm ready for a new champ. Next up is for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. This belt was just created last month. It's Chauncey Blackheart and Ember Moon defending against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Indie wrestling, if you will. Also, this is a pretty cool match. Great selling by Candice LeRae all throughout the match. My favorite spot of the whole match is when Indy and Candice hit a fucking shatter machine out of nowhere. That was so cool. Eventually, Ember hits a double full eclipse on both girls. Shotzi hits a senton on Indy, and the champs retain the titles. A good match, even though I kind of feel like the wrong team won. Up next, Johnny Gargano defends the North American title against Bronson Reed, who had won the title shot the night before. This is another really good match. Really interesting dynamic. Guys could not be more different in their styles or their body sizes. But just a lot of seeing these two just throw each other around all over the ringside area and all over the ring was great. Eventually, Johnny hits not one but two final beat DDTs and retains the North American Championship. As far as I'm concerned, keep this belt on Gargano until you are ready to make him NXT champion. Give him a proper run with that because he is a Mr. NXT as far as I'm concerned. In the semi-main event, it's Finn Balor. And also one thing I got to say real quick about that last match. Dexter Lumis. They've been building up to Dexter Lumis versus Johnny Gargano since last, fucking Christmas. And it just never... it's WrestleMania weekend. This was the time to blow it off. So I just thought that was. I mean, it was surprising booking. I wasn't expecting it for Bronson Reed to win, but I felt this was Lumis and Gargano's night to shine, and didn't get that. Like I said, Johnny retains that. Up next, semi-main event, NXT World Title. Finn Balor defends against Karrion Kross. And I also got to say one more thing about Johnny Gargano, who comes out like this Iron Man cosplay, complete with a glowing arc reactor. Now that everybody for WrestleMania wants to do pop culture references and comic book references for all their entrances, nobody's going to top Johnny Gargano's fucking arc reactor suit. So Kross with his wife Scarlett Bordeaux are challenging Balor for the belt. If you don't remember, Kross was stripped of the championship due to a real injury after the night he won it, very similar to Finn Balor 5 years ago after SummerSlam. Finn Balor won an Iron Man match and then another match after that to verify who was the winner, to finally be the NXT champion and held on to it since. This was a hard-hitting, badass match, sure, but to me it was never in question who was gonna win. Kind of always felt like Balor, as great as he is, was just keeping the belt warm, waiting for Kross to come back, because it was really obvious WWE wants to give him the ball to run with. So yeah, Kross wins with just by brutalizing Finn Balor, and we have a new NXT World Champion. Main event time, the unsanctioned match between Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole Bay. I mean, I can't even talk about this match. It's unsanctioned. It is a brutal street fight. They use the kick chairs. They use tables. They use fucking steel chains. They smash through the fucking stage. Adam Cole kicks down the goddamn drywall to drag O'Reilly's carcass out. Just so many nasty emotional spots. They fight for damn near an hour, and it all ends with Adam Cole laid out on top of over the back of a chair. O'Reilly jumps off the top rope with a chain wrapped around his knee, crushes Cole on the back of the head through the chair, pins him to win the match. What a very powerful and emotional main event. One of the finest TakeOver main events they've ever fucking had. What a great show overall. Probably there's also WrestleMania SmackDown tonight, which I'm gonna watch. 2 matches are officially part of the WrestleMania card or whatever festivities, but they're gonna be on SmackDown. Probably gonna be the only 2 matches of the whole night. Oh my god, guess who's being a spoiled brat in there? That's alright, her mom got it. Anyhow, yeah, it was a great TakeOver. A terrific, especially that main event. Anyhow, hope y'all enjoyed this video. A+ show, obviously. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.